Namaskar. Welcome to Conversations with Rakesh. Here's today's question. Sir, I work in a good company. I feel my boss is a complete idiot. Though his resume sounds great, I feel he's incompetent and does not understand the basic technical aspects of our job. What do I do? My dear friend, there is no employee who anonymously says that I love my boss. All of us, all people in the world do not like power, and that too controlling power. Every employee will say that my boss is Gadha if given a chance. Every teenager, if they have a controlling parent, wants to leave that relationship. They find it suffocating. Every entrepreneur will look at their investors and say, who made you an investor? You don't even understand what I'm doing. Every citizen of the country will say that my politician is bad, they are horrible. But let's pause and ask that, hey, we don't get to choose these things. We are given them. Now, they may be bad people or good people, but let's learn to deal and accept the situation that, hey, that's my boss. I don't think I can change that unless I resign and move and find a new job. But my problem is that if you resign and move to a new job, you'll have the same problem there. And I think the problem is with you. So you need to first recalibrate your thinking and understand that everybody hates power equation on top of them. We want freedom, but it's not going to come so easy. Managers are supposed to control the structures and they have a job to do. There is a reason they become managers. They have certain skills which are required in that job. So your job is not to comment on them and say कि वो गधा है. Please focus on doing your job. In fact, there's a lovely story about the housefly and the honeybee that you should understand. That what's a housefly's major quality? You take a housefly, put them in the most beautiful palace. But in that beautiful palace, the housefly will only find shit and go there. And what's a honeybee? You take a honeybee in the most dirtiest pond, but the honeybee will find the flower and take out the nectar. I think it's a beautiful concept that here is a person in front of you. Do you focus on the bad things about this person or the good things about this person? If you focus on bad things, only bad things will come out and your relationship and your life becomes bad. But if you focus on the nectar and the gold in people, I think you'll become a better human being. So please invest in knowing your managers, learn to manage them, and both of you can become successful if you invest in the relationship. I was given crash courses by my managers just on how to deal with them. And nowadays we don't have one manager, we have matrix management. Some of us come from various cultures, some of us have various backgrounds, many of us don't know the technicalities, but we understand management. So you have to learn to deal with this and become a better employee because one day you'll also become a manager and your employees will say ki ye kada hai. The other thing I'd like to request to you is that in the spectrum of leadership, there are bad people and good people. So please learn to study them. If your manager is not a very pleasant person but is fair, at least you know that he will not harm you. I think nothing wrong in that. You just have to work harder to win his trust. But if your manager is a very vindictive, toxical person who will harm you, please leave that person because such people will only cause you harm. And there's a term for them. It's called deep narcissists. But I think deep inside, you have to learn to deal with them. You have a choice. You can always resign and find some other company, which is why there's a quotation that people don't change jobs, they change managers. But before you change your manager, just because you think कि गधा है उसको कुछ पता नहीं है, I have a feeling that you're wasting your time and finding bad things in people and avoiding the good things that they may have. So start to pick that nectar and gold, invest time, learn to deal with these people, and both of you can be successful and take this relationship forward. Because if you do that, I think you can create impact by being a good manager, by helping others learning the art of being good managers. Azim Premji has this very good quotation that your job is not to be a popular manager. Your job is to be a good manager. And good managers sometimes take decisions which can be unpopular or unkind for you. But I think if you start understanding how they operate, you learn to empathize that they have to operate in constraints. So let me summarize. Please change yourself. I think start looking at the good things in your managers and deal with them. Second, invest time in the relationship that both of you have. This person will make you successful if you invest in the relationship. Last, if this person is terrible, very dangerous, vindictive, deep narcissist, then please leave the job. Because if you work under such a person, it will harm your mental wellness, it will give you stress, then you will become vindictive, bitter. And what's the point in working in a great organization which has this palatial surrounding, but you are stuck in horrible surroundings? So please take stock of the situation and do something about it and have a meaningful career. Stay safe.